Hey, Guilty, how are you? don't think I need to change anything on this game. Oh my god, it's so fucking hot in this room. Okay, I was worried that we weren't going to be able to see chat, but on this screen at least it looks fine. Oh, I should probably read this. She spent most of her days tending to her odd little garden and resting in her odd little chair. On this day, however, her sleep is interrupted by an odd little noise. Bah. Who's there? Hello, little goat. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So I don't have to... Ooh, this is a little loud. Hang on. You devil, how dare you wake a young lady from her beauty sleep. Blah. Shoo shoo, get out of my house, you mindless beast. You're making a mess. Can I... Oh no, that just skips it. With a swift kick to the rug, you boot the goat through the front door. Damn. When did this place get so cluttered? I could have sworn I swept the hearth just yesterday. I can't make this any softer just yet, guys. I'm sorry. I could have sworn I swept the hearth just yesterday. First things first, my old grimoire must be around here somewhere. Okay, I can turn it down now. Why is this game... I swear... Yeah, I was gonna say... I thought I turned it down already. Wait, is there any way to turn it fucking... That just makes it go louder. How do I make it go down? What? Oh, okay. Now everything seems soft. Aha, here it is. It's lighter than I recall. Your grimoire contains all of your craftable recipes. You can open it any time by pressing H. Forest herb, hag shroom, swamp and forest. All my recipes are missing. That damnable creature has chewed out all of the pages of my book. Where's my belt? I'll need it to carry my things if I'm going to confront the beast. I must have left it in that trunk over there. I am doing okay. How are you? Oof, my poor back. How long was I napping for? A good dose of medicine ought to soothe these aching bones before I head outside. At least I still have the recipe for my mending poultice. I really like the art style of this game. I don't know much about it, but the art style is kind of what drew me to it. It also has pretty good ratings on Steam. I need to collect my things first. I thought I... Craft a mending poultice with your grimoire. There we go. It's just like a healing potion. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, I like that. That's a cool animation. I gotta get used to the fucking location of everything in my room right now. You step outside into a humid marsh and immediately stub your toe on a twisted root. Guilty, thank you so much for 2 months. Ouch, close your eyes for a wink. And the next thing you know, the whole yard's gone to the weeds. Somewhere in the distance, you can hear braying through the dense bramble. Oh my god, it's the fucking goat again. Where'd that cross-eyed Billy get to? He could at least put those gnashers to good use on this lawn. Open your map to get a better look at your surroundings. Let's see. The art style really is just like the most charming part of this game so far. Like, I just love that it looks kind of like a book, like a children's book. It's got this kind of like 2D but 3D kind of vibe going on. It told me to look at the map, but it's like a map that only fills out as you like... Ooh, I can hear the echoing in this room. This room is very like... acoustic-y. Yeah, no worries, Guilty. I'm just kind of vibing today, so don't worry. I hope work isn't too rough. I don't hear no fucking goat anymore, though. Oh, there he is. Aw, that means so much. Tell Nani I said hi. And take it easy. Hello, goat. Bah. Is that all you've got to say for yourself? Bah, a hook. The goat coughs up a disgusting hairball. Ew. Ah, yes. Hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Apologies. It's been so long since I've used a mortal vessel. Yuck, there's dirt in its mouth. Pua, pua. You can talk? Of course, I can talk. Has your mind become so filled with cobwebs that you've forgotten your old friend? You wound me, madam. It's good to see you up and about. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever awaken, though I suppose time flows strangely in this place. Anyway, I've come to collect. Do you have the amount we agreed upon? Amount? Amount of what? Oh dear, if you really don't remember, we should go over the contract details again down there. The goat nods its head towards the ancient stone gateway looming nearby. And just how am I supposed to get through that solid rock? You're the one who sealed it last. Take a closer look, and I'm sure it will come back to you. Open your witch's IG to separate objects and creatures and discover their weaknesses. That's kind of neat. Interesting. What if the goat's a bad guy, though? Don't underestimate your senses, my dear. You may be old, but you can see things others cannot. Hidden weaknesses lying below the surface. I can see it now. There are shallow ruins etched onto the surface of the stone, but they are too faint for me to read. A powder of unveiling ought to do the trick. If you hadn't made a snack of my book, I wouldn't have to retranscribe my recipes. I shall not be held liable for any losses or inconveniences incurred as the result of abyssal possession. God, I can't read today. So what do we need for this? Oh, we have the stuff for it. You smear a handful of the glowing powder onto the ruins of the doorway. A cool blue light emanates from the glyphs and envelops the entrance in its aura. You squint, attempting to discern the meaning of the letters. They appear to be in some obscure runic alphabet. What gibberish is this? It looks like it was carved by a frightened hen. It must be written in the umbral tongue. Allow me to translate. The goat steps up to the doorway and pauses. Well, what does it say? The goat swings its shaggy head towards you. Dark, matted wool obscures the creature's beady eyes. I cannot see. Unbelievable. What help are you then? I didn't come here to help. I came to collect. Now do something about this mop of hair, would you? Fine. I think I have some rusty old shears down in the garden. Damn needy goat. I think we collected everything from over there. Okay, so we can shear that. We can't. That's the hut. This would be the garden. Oh, we can actually open this now. Okay. Yes, I'm loot goblining. I will always have mats if I collect everything that I see that's shiny. Hello, goat. Snip. With much protesting and a nicked ear. Aw, poor goat. You shear away clumps of dirty hair from the goat's eyes. Ah, much better. Oh my. Were you always this grotesque, or is my memory failing me as well? The goat is so sassy. Watch your tongue, or I'll give it a good snip too. Now, can you read the runes or not? Herm? Yes, A space beneath, she sleeps alone. Tokens given up to the unknown. Fires of 4 shall unroot the stone. Braziers burn and await the crone. Crone? Who's it calling a crone, and what are these tokens on to burn? Perhaps you ought to take a closer look at those braziers. We need frog slime. Oh, we need a lot of stuff, actually. Dog hair, bird feather, frog slime, and a shiny stone. I don't suppose you swallowed up any of those things while I was asleep. I don't think so, but feel free to sift through this creature's leavings if you want to be completely sure. However, there's a whole world outside this little swamp. You know, see that gateway over there, the one with the lovely green flame? The goat motions to the far side of your yard. I guess a brisk walk in the woods would do these creaky joints some good. Too much time indoors is bad for the humors. Thick, tangled vines have overgrown the ruined entrance. Something sharper than your fingernails will be needed to get through. Wait, how do I... There you go. Snipping and tearing, your shears make short work of the bramble. Oh, I like that it, like, put the stuff that I needed up there. You cut your way through the remaining vines and suddenly step onto a cold stone daze. Time seems to flow backwards, or maybe it speeds forwards. An oppressive, star-filled void stretches as far as you can see. Though there is no wind or sound in this void, a warm fall breeze and the chirping of birds seizes your attention. A doorway. Oh god, that's bright. That's back home. Wait, we should go to the other one. I didn't realize they were little portals. I guess I should have guessed that they were little portals. What is this? Heart seed. Interesting. Stick. There's a bird. I saw it. I saw it. No, maybe they drop feathers somewhere. Oh, this is gonna be like a quest. The woman spins around on her heels so quickly she nearly hits you with her spyglass. Ah, you startled me. Can't you see I'm busy with my scientific research? Research? What is it you're looking for with that contraption? Why, the famed indigo-tufted forest lark. They're said to be native to this forest and this forest only. Have you seen one, perchance? You glance upwards at the small bluebird perched atop the oblivious woman's hat. I haven't, sorry. A shame. Well, it's never too late to open one's eyes to the wonders of the natural world. You'll never know what you'll discover. She points at a nearby woodland critter stuffing its cheeks with seeds. Take that squirrel, for example. Spend a few moments watching its behavior and you'll learn everything you need to know about it. Observation is key. Now, if you don't mind, I wouldn't want to miss making an exciting new discovery. The bluebird glances vacantly at you before pooping on the brim of the woman's hair. Is it H? So we need one of these, and we need one of these. Now I can make this. What does this thing do? Oh, wait, that's actually way more violent than I expected it to be. What the fuck? That just killed a squirrel. Evening, ma'am. Coming to check up on the pottery. I'm afraid I just fired the kilns up, so they'll be a while still. Pottery? Bah, I was just admiring that fine canine over there. You point to a scraggly-looking mutt patrolling the yard. May I give her a petting? Oh, you can try, but I wouldn't if you value your fingers. She's a touch bitey today and doesn't much like people going near the ovens. I have a way with animals. Surely I can find something to calm her down. We have to give her drugs. Okay, so we have enough for one of those, but we don't have another one of these. We need more of these. Oh, okay, they're like in the bushes. Aw, man, aw, geez, I don't know about this. You tap the man's shoulder and he nearly tumbles headfirst into the well. Ah, what's the matter with you? I could have fallen in. Then perhaps you shouldn't be leaning over the edge like some wobbly stork. What's so interesting down this well anyways? Well, my grandpappy used to tell me that people drop all sorts of treasure down there, just waiting for someone to dig it up. Got myself a trowel and thought I'd give it a go. But the rope's out and it looks awful dark and damp. I get goosebumps just thinking about all the ghoulies that might be lurking down there in the shadows. Ever consider that those ghoulies might get goosebumps thinking about you lurking up here in the sunlight? No, not really. Not sure if that makes me feel any better about them, actually. Maybe the business of treasure hunting isn't for me after all. Here, why don't you take my trowel? I don't think I'll be needing it. You can go down into the well and see those ghoulies yourself. This old well is deep and dark. You might be able to climb down into it, but the rope has long since rotted away. You toss a length of strong homemade rope down into the darkness. It seems like it should support you without much fuss. We should be able to make another trap, so let's make another trap and try to do that part first. As for some reason, I can't catch birds because I suck. Now let's see what goes to that. Please be bird, please be bird, please be bird. Yeah. Alright. Now we need... What is this? Okay. So far it's very like step after step after step, but like it's not too difficult. Okay, so we need a hatchet for that. There's a stick here. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing like an idiot. I was wondering why it wasn't working. Oop. I didn't want to go down there, but we might as well. Money! We found the stone, too. This game is very cute. I'm a big fan. Obviously, I need to, like, play more of it to comment on the gameplay, but so far it's just very, very cute. And I like cute things. The music down here is kind of cool, too. Oh, so we need, like, a key for that or something. Something instead stirs but does not emerge. What do I do? There must be some way of making the creatures come out or something. Because I'm assuming it's like the creature comes out and then you can get the key from it. Anyways, we got the shiny pebbles, so we can go back up. Alright, let's keep looking for ingredients. Because we still need ingredients to make the drugs to make the dog. Let me steal its hair. Oh, hi. There's little fairies over here. Too quick for hands alone. Okay, that makes sense. Do I have to trap fairies? That seems kind of fucked up. But I feel like it couldn't be a standard trap. There's so much going on over here. Are you spelling coffee on chat? Not what this is? We need a hatchet. Oh, is this the man's that can give me a hatchet? Aye, you there. Give me a hand, would ya? With what? You seem to have everything under control. These stumps aren't going anywhere. My darn useless son was supposed to help me, but he's wandered off again. Probably to go bother frogs and eat bugs or some nonsense. Anyway, I need help clearing away some of these dead logs. It's late in the season and the wood has started to rot. Just be careful of the purple mushrooms that sometimes grow inside. They'll make you powerful sleepy if you breathe in the spores. As much as I do love poisonous fungi, I'm not much of a lumberjack. Nonsense. Anyone can experience the joys of splitting a fine stump. Here, my boy won't be missing his hatchet. The woodsman spins the sharp-looking hatchet in his hands and thrusts the handle at you. Sick. Now we can hopefully get... the sleepy mushrooms. I don't know why it's like telling me I need a hatchet when I have one. Am I just not close enough? Oh yeah, okay. The heck is that thing? We need a net. I don't know what that thing is, but it looked cute. What the fuck is going on over here? Oi, lady, what's with that great stinking pot on your head? I would ask the same about all those stinking frogs in your trousers. Aw, you're just jealous. The boy fumbles between trying to wrangle all his frogs and swiping ineffectually at wayward fireflies with a shoddy-looking bug net. Juggling a little more than you can handle, eh? What exactly are you hoping to accomplish, flailing about like that? Are you daft? Me frogs are hungry, so I gotta catch some of these fireflies to feed 'em. He takes another wild swing, missing his target entirely. Why don't you let me take a few of those frogs off your hands for a moment? That would let you swing that net properly. Oh, I see how it is. You're after me precious prizes. Well, how about I give you the net and you catch me some fireflies? Then maybe I'll think about trading you one of my froggies. The boy waggles the net in your face. You know what? I'm good with that. Why can I not? Oh. I just had to kill that thing. He's just humming away over here. Well, the hoppers aren't going to stick around with empty bellies. The faster you catch those fireflies, the faster we can eat. Or, I mean, the frogs can eat. The boy holds out an empty jar with holes poked in the lid. The boy shakes the jar, rattling the captured insects like pennies in a piggy bank. Oh, these are nice and juicy. The lads are going to feast tonight. Now, about our deal. You agreed to trade me one of your pets there. Ha ha ha, what deal? I don't remember making no A frog squirms out of the boy's overalls and plops down by his feet with a wet slap. Dang it, there goes Slippery Pete. He takes a clumsy swipe at the amphibian, but the creature squeezes out of his grasp and bounces down into the underbush. Aw shucks, I never liked him anyways. If you can catch him, he's all yours. Damn. Alright. Now we got a frog. Okay, so let's see, what else do we need? We still need water. Okay, so we're good on this. We just need the water. I don't know how we would get the water, though. That's the only thing. I don't have any, like, bottles or anything. That's a frog. Hello, frog. Okay, so we need a jar. Does it, like, tell me I can make a jar? See, I knew I was gonna need something. But I don't have, like, a recipe for a jar yet. Yay, I got a fairy. Mine now. Wow, there's a lot of sticks over here. Map. I like the very obvious symbols of when there's like something there on the map. I'm gonna see if we can find a bottle back at the village or whatever. Because it did say we could fill water bottles here. There's definitely water here. Just looking to see if there's anything that we can interact with. Bloop. Okay. Oop, what the fuck? I'm assuming we'll find one somewhere. Well, duh, but... I don't know why I keep clicking to move. The WASD works. Seems like stuff spawns pretty quickly. Did I'm catching all kinds of stuff. I just don't know if I need a recipe for the bottle or... I genuinely feel like if I was gonna find like a recipe or something for a bottle, it would be down here. God, the dripping water is so loud. I kind of hate that. It's so annoying that I know how to get the water, but I don't know how to craft the thing that I need to craft the water. Or to get the water, or like... Oh, okay. I get that. We didn't... Hang on. It could be as simple as this. Hang on. Where is the dog area? Because I think that we never did this. Aha, there's... So we had to just run in there and get attacked by the dog. Now we can do it. That's kind of stupid, if I'm being honest. What if the dog killed me? I would have never thought to go in there because this other dog was dangerous. Okay. Now... That. That. Night night, doggy. Oh, we should probably shear the doggy before it wakes up. Frog slime, blue feathers, shiny stone, and dog hair. That's all I need for those braziers. I should head back home now. Isn't there like a little house here? Can I go in here? No, I can't. Ah, silly. Okay. Chest. That chest had money in it. I think I didn't miss it. Time to go home. We can craft those, so I wasn't worried about testing what they did. Or like where it brought me. Okay. The brazier awaits an offering. Blue feather. A strong force pulls the feather down into the large basin like a magnet. It bursts into a bright flash of light as cold flames engulf its essence. The brazier awaits an offering. The dog hairs take a moment to fall from your fingers, fluttering down into the basin one by one. The fur bristles into foul-smelling coils before erupting into a cold green flame. The brazier awaits an offering. I don't know why I keep reading that. You gently squeeze the globs of wet slime from your satchel into the basin. Ew. The mucus bubbles and pops before cold flames reduce it to a fine, odorless ash. The brazier awaits an offering. Shiny stone. You drop the stone into the basin with a resounding chiming sound. Fractures trace across the pebble before it cracks open and a cold green light swallows it within its flames. The emerald flames of the braziers play strange shadows across the stone doorway. You watch as fingers of shadow crawl up the rock face and crack open the solid granite like stale bread. The stone crumbles away into darkness, revealing a yawning stairway descending down into the cold earth. After you, madam. Let's do it. Now, who's this? Sleeping maiden. Encased inside a gilded crystal coffin lies the body of a young woman. Though she sleeps in an enchanted slumber, her ageless features express a deep sadness. The sound of cloven hooves echo against the marble floor as the goat comes to your side. Quite something, isn't she? Do you remember bringing her to me? I brought her to you. Why? Who is she? I haven't the faintest idea. All I know is you brought her lifeless form to my doorstep and begged me to save her soul. Save her from what, and why is she asleep? Why from the 12 wicked souls whom you said wronged her in life, villains who deceived her and cheated her and broke her spirit. And as we agreed, here she will sleep until our contract is fulfilled, until you bring me those 12 wicked souls. What? I remember no such contract. Our pact is binding, regardless of what you do or do not remember. At the goat's words, you feel something hard and dark locked away in the depths of your heart. It speaks the truth. And just why should I do your bidding? Seems like a lot of bothersome trouble to me. Why do I care about some sleeping beauty? Bring me the 12 souls, and I will release the sleeping maiden from her slumber. Our agreement will be fulfilled. Who knows, in time you may even remember why you brought her to me in the first place. Or, you can simply return to the comfort of your little hovel, where you will waste away until the weeds grow so thick that not even your shears will be able to cut you free, and your mind will stay as empty as that grimoire of yours. But it is a big decision to make so hastily. Why don't you sleep on it? A heavy weight fills your marrow. Your eyelids flutter, barely able to stay open. What have you done to me? I can't stay awake. We're passing out. We're going to sleep. Nap time. Alright, let's go tell the goat we're gonna do it. Good morning. I trust you've made up your mind. Will you collect the souls I've asked for, or will you prefer to stay stuck in this festering swamp? Alright. No need to get your horns in a twist. I'll do as you ask. You haven't given me much choice. Splendid. As it happens, I can already sense the first 4 souls we seek. 2 are in the forest, another in the swamp to the north, and the last in the fields to the south. Could you be more specific? Near a shapely stump, perhaps inside a tree with a face, by an overgrown mushroom grove? What do I look like? A compass? Go out there and look for yourself. I knew it. It's over here. Oh, Jesus. I need to distract it first. Ow, that thing fucking hurts, man. What a pretty tree. Oh, I keep forgetting about this mechanic. Pixie nest. An assemblage of... Okay, I'm not even trying to read that. We need more fireflies. There's a lot of shit out here that can hurt me now. You approach a young woman weeping sorrowfully into her palms. She catches her breath for a moment and looks out longingly over the placid lake. Oh, my sweet songbird, why have you forsaken me to a life devoid of your love? Tears well up in her eyes as she buries her face once again. You consider leaving this melodrama well enough alone, but something about the poor girl reminds you of the maiden slumbering under your house. You draw out a tattered handkerchief and offer it to the maiden. There, dry your eyes, my child, and tell old Granny what the matter is. Oh, thank you, you're very kind. She takes the cloth and daintily dabs the corners of her eyes, swallowing the last of her sobs. She composes herself for sighing wistfully. It's my beloved, such a sweet and romantic man, though with a voice of a meadowlark. I get it, he dumped you. Well, don't worry, there's plenty of other frogs in the swamp. What? No, he loves me and I him. Though our families would never allow us to be together, he'd come and sing outside my balcony every night. One night, we both vowed to escape and meet by this lake. Her lip quivers. I waited and waited under the waning moon, even past the morning sun, but he still didn't reveal himself. Tough break. Maybe he just wasn't that into you. The woman snaps at you with a sudden vitriol. He would never abandon me. We were destined to be together. She slips back into a melancholic gaze over the lake. Even now, I can still hear the beautiful melody of his lute coming from across the water. Over the dull sounds of lapping waves and quacking waterfall, faint notes of some faraway stringed instrument whisper through the reeds. Oh, I hear it too. Maybe you aren't just mad in love. It's coming from somewhere in the middle of the lake. He's out there somewhere, I just know it. She crumples into another dramatic bout of inconsolable tears. Now, I'm sure it's just some echo bouncing off the shore. I'll go find where this tardy bard of yours has run off to. The music seems strongest on this shore, but even here you can't quite place the source. It seems to be emanating from the half-sunken ruin poking out of the lake's waters. Maybe that fool bard's hiding way out there. Bah, but I swim as well as hens fly. Suddenly some unseen voice chitters mockingly into your ear. Ho ho hee hee, the musical man you'll never see. You spin around, but no one is there. Just a nattering, laughing, bouncing on the wind. Who's there? Show yourself, spirit. You snap your hand around the elusive creature and squeeze. Ack, let me go. You knobbly pot, you're crushing the life out of me. You trifling little pest, what do you know about this music? Music? What music? Alls I hear is the slappin' waves and the peepin' birdies. Your wrinkly old ears must be full of bugs. Don't you play smart with me, I'll pop off your head like a daisy. Ooh, you mean that music. It's the sound of the snakes travelin' circus. I thought everyone knew that. Circus stays still, but the door's the thing that travels, you see. And right now the door's out on that lake, but you'll never get in. You give the wretched sprite a good shake, and a shower of glittering dust sheds off its wings. Tell me how to cross the lake, or I'll make a necklace from your teeth. Ack, only faithful folk can show the way. Dirty fairies built a bridge, keep all you big folk out, unless the snake invites him in. You're a fairy, aren't you? Where's this bridge? Ha! We're a pixie, not one of those flamby-pamby mushroom herders. Besides, the bridge is invisible to big stompers like you. The creature peers over your shoulder and waves its tiny arms. Oh look, there's a fairy now. Why don't you ask her? You turn to look, but in your moment of distraction, the pixie sinks its sharp teeth into your finger. Ouch. You sneaky little blighter. Springing free from your grasp, the slippery monster chitters a laugh and vanishes in a cloud of smoke. You look down at your dust-covered hand. Fairy or not, this bridge must be around here somewhere. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so the dogs are always aggro. I just wanted to double check that. It said to investigate the basin. The goblins are actually kind of cute. That is such an awful sound. It sounds like a fucking baby. Okay, so the maps are not very big. Pushing aside thrushes and cattails, you find a strangely carved pedestal. It might be mistaken for a bird bath if you didn't know any better. As you run your finger around the edge of the bowl, the remaining pixie dust on your hand flakes off, as if drawn in by an invisible force. Crude pictographs appear on the surface of the basin. They depict a coiled snake presiding at the center of some kind of festival. Directions on how to reveal the bridge are carved on the outside. You see symbols resembling fey dust, dancing fireflies, and bird feathers. You shake out the fine dust into the bowl and it settles evenly to its inside surface. Directions on how to reveal the... So we need fireflies and bird feathers. We need fireflies for the other thing too. Where the birdies at? Don't go to it, squirrel. Don't go to... Oh my god. Stupid squirrel. Can I catch with a... No, I can't. I like that it just doesn't go through the animation every single time. Like it does it quickly after the first time. Come on, birdie. Good job. Don't mind me just asking birds to murder themselves for ingredients. Oh, that's what it is. They're invisible. That's what the shining little things are. Damn, there are birds everywhere over here. I should have just done it from over here in the first place. Oh, we had enough bird feathers, but that's fine. I think I need to go back to the frog pond and get more fireflies there. It's the only place I remember seeing them. This game being so, like, the maps being so small means that I can't get lost. So this is the lake shore, and the frog pond is towards the bottom, I think. Down here. I know it's in, like, the bottom corner somewhere. Too far. They all hum so loud. Each of the fireflies alights upon the edge of the bowl, stepping delicately until they are evenly spaced. Directions on how to... blue feathers. Placed into the basin, the feathers arrange themselves into perfect triangular symmetry. The basin begins to glow a soft yellow as the fireflies rise from the muck within. They begin to dance up and down, drawing circles high above the bowl. Glitter rains down gently, shimmering as it catches rays of sunlight. Slowly the particles trace the form of a bridge, leading from the edge of the water to the center of the lake. You tentatively test the strength of the spectral walkway, to find that it is as strong as if it were made out of solid stone. This place is cool. I like it here. Draped in glittering jewelry, the serpent stares intently into a crystal ball as you approach. Welcome, my dear, welcome. I saw that you would come here in search of answers. Pa, I just came here in search of a bard. That's him outside, right, with the lute? The minstrel? Yes, he is working off a debt to me. All those folk out there seem a touch addled. What did you do to them? They're all humble folk looking for something, just as you are. I am here to provide them with my services in exchange for a bit of work. So what are you, some sort of carnival wizard? You're making quite the racket in my forest. A wizard? No, no, no. I am a seer, a scryer of the hidden mists, a foreteller of fortunes and keeper of secrets. Fancy titles you've given yourself. Sounds like you're nothing but a used cart salesman peddling your wares to the gullible. Ah, skeptic, step closer and let the crystal ball reveal its mysteries. The snake's voice drops low and seems to fill the tent with a heavy weight. I am a helper of sorts, an unraveler of knots. I make the forgotten remembered. You feel the scaly touch of slithering coils wind around you, but you are powerless to move. And you have forgotten much. The snake's eyes swirl in a pattern you've never seen. Imperceptible colors collapse themselves and fracture into kaleidoscopic mosaics against the canvas walls. A voice speaks from far away. It takes you a moment to realize that it's your own. I have forgotten so much. Let me help you find your answers. The serpent's coils slowly squeeze the consciousness out of you. With a desperate push of willpower, you blink away from the snake's hypnotic gaze. Wait, get off me, you worm. You wriggle your body like a sack of loose twigs. Despite your protesting bones, you manage to squirm free and tumble backwards out of the tent. When your eyes open, you find yourself back outside the snake's tent. You pick yourself up from the ground and dust off your shoulders. Humph, I guess that sly serpent has some tricks up his sleeve. I'd better come up with a plan for the next time I go in there. The festival patrons seem confused after your tussle with the snake, as if the spell over them was momentarily shaken. The crowds disperse as they fumble about in a haze. Now's my chance to get a word in with that bard. Maybe I can get him out of this mess. Strumming his lute, this strapping young man has a faraway look in his eyes. Is it wistfulness, nostalgia, or even hypnosis? Wander I may, but ne'er away from she I call my lover. To my chagrin, I stumbled in and met the gaze of another. Curious I stared, I was not prepared, and this was my mistake. A binding gaze, now I live my days in the surface of the snake. Cry not for me, for there is she that might still see me saved. My spirits they lift as she holds a gift from before I was enslaved. A mirror but shattered, its pieces have scattered, if mended we may be set free. Down the wishing wellspring to the swamp's moonlight ring, and hiding within the pixie's tree. What's all this about a broken mirror? You gave it to that weeping maiden? Speak plainly, you warbling fool. No matter what you do, the poor musician barely seems to realize you're there. He just keeps strumming his lute and humming his mournful tune. Faugh, maybe that lovesick miss will know what he's on about. I like the different little areas in this game. They're all very unique, and they all have these cute little, like, theme songs to them. Alright, stop your crying and talk to me. Oh, still my beating heart, have you any news about my dear sweet love? I found him at the carnival, but he's been mesmerized by the snake. Unless I can break the spell, no one in that carnival can leave. The snake? Say it ain't snow. Say it ain't so. I've heard how he grants wishes, but only for a terrible price. Why would my love be so desperate as to consort with that charlatan? I haven't a clue, but he's stuck deep. The only thing I managed to get out of him was something about a mirror. Do you know anything about that? A mirror? Oh, yes. It was the first gift he ever gave me. From inside her bodice, she produces a small cracked hand mirror. But one night, it slipped from my balcony and shattered on the cobblestones. I tried to piece it back together, but I could never find the last 3 shards. His song mentioned something about a wishing well, a moonlit swamp, and a pixie tree. Keep that mirror close. I'll seek out the missing shards and return them to you. Oh, thank you. I should very much love to see it whole once again. Alright, so let's go to the well first. I don't know why I'm doing that again. We're definitely not just here before. You hike up the hem of your skirt from the ankle-deep well water and duck down to inspect the small damp cave. A pale shape quickly retreats farther into the dark space. You hear the labored breath of some pathetic thing, frightened and alone. Hello there. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Bloodshot eyes blink nervously up at you. The creature gazes longingly at the light of the world above while simultaneously cowering from it. Poor dear, what are you doing down in this hole? I bet you're hungry, aren't you? 2 thin, malnourished arms twist out from the crevice. One hand tightly clutches a shard of glass, while the other hand reaches out to you, begging for food. Okay, so we're going to leave, and we're going to see what it takes to make this. We need another one of these. Okay. I will be back. There's no sprint in this game, but there's sort of like an auto sprint. Like if you move in a direction for long enough, it like speeds you up a tiny bit. Alright, let's find one more of these. Now we make this. Now we make this. Now we go feed it. People were so scared of it, but all it was hungry. It wasn't gonna hurt anybody. It was just scared and hungry. Hello, little guy. There you go. The creature snatches up the meat so quickly that you nearly lose a finger. It scurries back into its little crevice, and you hear a satisfied munching from within. Take the shard. That's still locked. So maybe we'll find a key somewhere else. Alright, now let's go to the swamp. Who's there? My eyes have gone milky. Please come a little closer, sister. I don't believe we've met before. Why do you call me sister? I don't need sight to see someone who's also signed a dark contract. The woman looks blindly through you, though you can sense her focus. Contract. So you've had dealings with that damnable goat, too. What sort of pact did he rope you into? Oh, you know how it is. I was young, and he weren't no goat when I knew him. We used to dance naked under the blood moon and raise the dead to frighten dull country folk. Ah, but it's ancient history now. Old age comes for us all, and eventually you've got to hang up the sacrificial dagger and settle down into the comforts of retirement. I know the feeling. I miss my cozy chair and little fireplace. Seems like a fine spot you've got here. Well, it's not all posies and pumpernickel. She clutches worriedly at the moth-eaten blanket in her lap. What's rattled your bones? Maybe I can help. It's my dear old husband. Handsome chap, although a bit clumsy. He had a tumble trying to weed out some swamp traps from the yard. God, I stumble over some words sometimes, I swear. And I don't know why. Awful things like to snap at your toes when you're not looking. Anyways, he twisted his ankle pretty bad and went off to the sick house to have it looked at. But that was a few days ago. He should have been back by now. And these legs haven't worked right in decades, so I can't even go check up on him. I've been so worried, I even thought about making another contract. Don't you dare. You just wait here. I'll go find him and see what the bother is. Thank you, sister. The sick house is down the road to the west. Be careful of the critters along the way. They've got a taste for blood. For now, I want to just focus on this one. Actually, hang on. What is... That thing's pretty spooky. Okay, we don't want to be over here right now. Because we still have to beat the Dryad in the other zone. The thick moss growing on this massive fallen trunk seems to recoil at your touch, revealing strange etchings on the bark below. Slowly, a spark of swirling energy seeps forth from the waterlogged wood until an ethereal doorway opens before you. Let's see if there's a shard in there. Oh no, it's just a passageway back here. That's nice. A fat troll sits squarely in the middle of the bridge, busy scratching an itch on his back with a fallen tree. His unmatched girth blocks the path forward. Out of the way, you big galoot. He shifts his mats and releases a loud fart as you attempt to circumvent him. Woof, fine, keep your bridge. I'll come back when the vapors have dissipated. These animated wood effigies seem engaged in a ritualistic dance. They march in stiff patterns around a reflective piece of glass embedded in the soft ground. You lean in for a better look, just long enough to make out the shard's mirrored surface, reflecting the ghostly image of the moon. You think to reach in and grab it, but the swinging limbs of the dancing totems are too dense and quick. Out of the way, you overgrown twigs. Maybe I can get them to shift their attention to some other glittering bauble. We need so much stuff. Holy shit. Okay. So I need to find the moon drop thingy. Okay. So we got that. Which was for this, right? Yeah, okay. So now what we need is this. Okay, so that's crafted. Now we just need to find a singular moon drop. Feels like there's so much here that could just like murder me, so I'm trying to be careful. So I don't know what the consequences of dying in this game are, and I don't really particularly want to find out if I don't have to. Did I go through this chest? No, I didn't. Trying to do things in like semi-organized order. If that makes sense. Because we like started that one quest. And I want to make sure that we like get through that before we go to... Plus we still need something from the forest. I don't think the moon, what is it? Moon... Totemic moondrop would be a drop from that creature. Feels like it's gonna be picked up somewhere. I have a wiki open now for finding ingredients. Now, craft. You cast the glowing globe into the ritual circle and watch as the wooden effigies suddenly lose coordination and knock their wooden limbs into each other. You take the opportunity to slip between their tall frames and snatch the mirror shard before their frenzied dance begins anew. Okay. now we get out of here. Don't attack me, don't attack me, don't attack me. Now we want to go back to the forest. We want to see the pixie tree. Is the pixie tree the one with the drive? I actually don't know. Shush. I don't see a shard there. Is it over in the place with this? Not the swamp, the frogs, maybe? What am I doing? Wait, stop right where you are. And yeah, no one but soldiers are allowed into the lakeshore camp, and you don't look like no soldier. Yeah, that's not a standard issue helmet. I just came to visit my son. Don't think so. The captain said no visitors, so buzz off. Yeah, unless you're the quartermaster, you ain't getting in. Hey, where's that nervous wreck anyway? He ought to be back with the shipment of honey by now. We're just collecting all these quests. Okay, so that's where we need to go at least for that part of the quest. We found that for the bear part, which is what we'll do after we finish this one. Sorry, there's something on my keyboard. We need to go back and get more fireflies. I should have gotten them while we were over there. I wasn't even thinking. That it? He was not happy with us. This gnarled tree is littered with countless trinkets and bits of trash, glued haphazardly together to form a glittering hive. You reach for a sharp piece of broken glass that could be the mirror shard, but pull your hand away at the last moment. 1,000 beady eyes peer out of the tree's knotholes. A familiar, cackling voice floats above the others. You again, Kettlehead? What do you want now? I've come for that mirror shard. Hand it over and I won't have to strangle you again. No way. We need shinies to keep gross fairy folk away. Best fairy repellent there is. What? Since when are fairies afraid of shiny things? Well, I don't see no fairies around, do you? But maybe we can work something out. Them smelly mushroom herders have been encroaching on our turf, see? They've been building those stupid little stone shrines of theirs, and worse yet, they've been hiring mercenaries to guard 'em. So we can't go anywhere near, but maybe a big stomper like you can take care of the problem for us. And then you'll give me that shard? Hey, if there ain't no fairies, we won't need no fairy repellent. Okay. We destroyed one of them already, and this is another one. What are these? What do these need? Dreadful doll. Oh, we need a lot of shit. Okay. We need to go to the fields. Fields. Swamp. About this one. We need one of these, right? Can we just destroy this thing? I don't know, it forces me to deal with the dog. Alright, let's go to the... This game makes my brain, which is very, like, disorganized to begin with, get even more disorganized. It's such a problem. Okay, so what did we need? I don't remember what we were looking at. Hang on. This? Skeeter Snoot. Sewing kit. Craft. Now... we need to go to the field. That thing's very angry at us. I'm assuming the field was like back home. Let's see. I actually know where the fields are. I'm willing to bet the goat would not help us. So we really only have the forest on the, I wonder if the fields isn't where the bear thing is. If we don't have to progress that first. Hang on. So let's see. The bear. Southern edge. We're looking for a cart. Oh, hello there. Sorry. I think I managed to get most of this debris off the road. Looks like you've made a fine wreck. What on earth happened to your cart? Yes, well, you see, I was sent on a very important mission by order of my captain, the bear. The bear, you say? What sort of mission? It's my job to make sure the lakeshore camp is well stocked with provisions, but most importantly, a steady supply of honey for the bear's favorite mead. I was just on my way back from the apiary with a cartful when a deer or something darted out of nowhere. Jostled my poor mule so bad that she broke her bridle and ran off. My own heart nearly leapt out of my ribcage. Piled the darn cart right into the ditch, she did. Now every barrel is smashed, and I can't bring myself to report back empty-handed. The bear will have my guts for garters, I'm sure of it. The bear sounds like quite a brute. Oh, you don't know the half of it. If he doesn't get his honey mead, heads will roll. Maybe you could lend me a hand. I can't very well put this broken cart back together. No, nothing like that. But could you take a message to the sergeant of the lakeshore camp? He's a reasonable fellow. Let him know what happened, and maybe he can get me out of this bind. You can get to the lakeshore camp if you follow the road to the northwest of here. I need to stay with the cart to assess the damages. Oh dear. Hey, where do you think you're going? Get out of my way. I have urgent news of your quartermaster. I need to speak with your sergeant. Urgent? Only thing that's urgent is the line for the latrine, or if the captain hasn't had his drink. That's right, Captain Bear is in a right foul mood. You can't come in unless you want a good thrashing. The guard almost has to shout over the clattering din coming from inside the camp. You heard him. It's dangerous in there. Wouldn't have the heart to let a frail old granny like you near that beast. One guard turns to the other with a conspirational shrug. Yeah, but who are we to say what's good for her health? Oh yeah, you're right. We might be convinced to look the other way if we was fairly compensated. Right, fairly compensated, of course. We'd be sticking our necks out after all. Here, have some money. You carefully press 3 heavy gold coins into the palm of the waiting guard. There. I expect you two can divide them evenly amongst yourselves. Right, 1 for you and 2 for me. What? You mean 2 for me and 1 for you? I'm the one who does all the real guarding around here. You still owe me for that game of dice you lost. You cheated me. Give me them coins. The 2 guards fell into fisticuffs and rolled into the bushes, leaving the gate to the camp wide open. Sick, a chest full of blood. Hello, bear. As you cautiously approach, the bear drains the last of his enormous tankard and smashes it against the head of a nearby soldier, knocking the hapless man to the ground. And then I walloped him just like that. So next time I catch any of you cowards turning tail, I'll skewer you like a fish and leave your guts for the gulls. Suddenly noticing that his drink has gone dry, the bear bellows to the skies. More mead, you yellow-bellied worms. More drink, bring me my delicious honey mead. The soldiers, taking cover nearby, exchange nervous glances at each other, none wanting to confront the bear. There is no more honey mead. The bear wipes a strand of drool from his sagging lips, and his bleary eyes slowly focus on you. A mocking smirk splits his face as he waves at you with his great spiked mace. Say now, that's a funny-looking helmet, soldier. I ever tell you the time I crushed the bucket-headed barbarians of the western mountains? You decide that now is a good time to leave the bear to his ramblings rather than make yourself an unfortunate prop in his war stories. The bear kicks an empty tankard at you as you retreat back into the camp. That's right. Go get me more mead, you good-for-nothing sluggard. The frenetic-looking officer shouts hurried orders at whoever will listen. But most of the camp soldiers are busy cowering or knocked out cold. Man the gates. You over there, secure the perimeter. We just need to hold out a little longer. Sir, we're running out of men. Where's that damn shipment of honey? You step over an unconscious footman to address the man in charge. I might be able to answer that question. Who let this old bat into the camp? I found your quartermaster. He's having a bit of cart trouble on the road. I'm afraid your shipment isn't going to be here anytime soon. What? Oh, curse my rusty breeches. Without that honey and other supplies, we can't make the honey mead. The bear is going to flatten the whole camp when he finds out. The camp looks half flattened already. What's all this ruckus about? Well, the bear is the greatest warrior there ever was, which is grand and all when we're fighting the enemy. But once we set up camp, he likes to use us poor sods as playthings to reenact his conquests. And the only thing the bear loves as much as fighting is drinking. Guzzles up so much honey mead, we have to brew it right here in the camp just to keep up. He points to a squat-looking device tucked near some tents, a portable brewery. Without that shipment of ingredients, I don't see how we can ever calm the bear down. He'll smash us all into paste before the sun sets. Let me take a look at this brewery of yours. If the bear is so in love with brawling and boozing, then perhaps it's about time he received a dose of his own medicine. You inspect the brass contraption. A tank here, a hopper there. The bitter smell of alcohol is infused into the well-worn metal. Despite the needlessly complicated dials and tubing, at the end of the day, the brewery is really just a fancy cauldron. This seems simple enough. I should be able to concoct just the potion for your troubles. The rattled sergeant shrugs his shoulders at you. Sure, if you think it'll help, but you'll need to fuel the darn thing first. Our supplies are a mess, so you'll have to figure it out on your own. You open up the brewery to inspect its complicated innards. You snap kindling into pieces and scatter it into the bottom compartment of the brewery. Should be fuel enough for the job. So now we just need 5 jars of water and a cinder box. Cinder box. Craft. Inventory. With the heat of a cinder box, you set the stove chamber of the brewery alight. It will bring the tank to a rolling boil. Okay, so now we need... We need to be able to fill this somewhere. I don't think we can fill it here, so we need to go into the forest. Right. He's such an angry bear. You slosh cool, clear water into the brewery's main tank. Not the best base for potion brewing, but you want to preserve that honey mead flavor. With a hiss of steam and the sound of boiling water, the rattling brewery is ready for the next step in the process. Of course, I'll need honey for the mead. That quartermaster said he was coming back from the apiary in the field, so I'd best try there. Then I'll need a proper magical binder and a token of the bear to seal the spell. Something in this camp ought to do the trick. Alright, we need to go get honey. Which the honey's in the fields, so we can get the grasshopper legs and shit from the fields. There's more fireflies over there. It's good to know. This place should be nice and chill, hopefully. Unlike the fucking swamp, where everything wants to kill me. Hello, chicken. Oh, it's a pheasant. Oh, there's sunflowers everywhere. Look how pretty. There's one of the things we needed. Ow! That's fucked. A hefty gourd stands before you, wiping beads of dew off of his bumpy forehead. He tilts up the brim of his hat and greets you with what you interpret as a smile. Welcome to my farm, stranger. What brings you out here? How's it growing, farmer? Oh, you know, not so bad. Trying my best to win the harvest competitions this year. Well, you look to be making good progress. I'm sure you'll be a shoo-in for the blue ribbon. You would think so, wouldn't you? But every year, without fail, that sour ox takes the prize. No matter how hard I work, I can't seem to outgrow his crops. Careful now, you're beginning to sound like a sore loser. Ja, not sore loser. I just think it's quite suspicious, don't you? Last year, the ox and his family grew the largest corn cobs I've ever seen. I was only barely able to get second place because of my own little helpers. He motions to animated turnips and potatoes busy with menial farm work. But this year, his Crops are larger than ever before, even though his family is nowhere to be seen. It doesn't make any sense to me. He's working the fields all by himself. What happened to his family? That's the fishy part. No one knows. They just disappeared one day, and the ox has said nothing. That does sound suspicious. Perhaps I'll go and ask him myself. Jaja, his farm is down the southwest. You can't miss it. I must get back to work. Veggies won't grow themselves, you know. Okay, so we need 3 of those. I hate that sound. Okay. So it seems like the grasshoppers kind of come out of a bunch of stuff. I hear one? Where is it? Oh, I see it. So we have 2. Oh, please don't. Leave me alone. I didn't do nothing. Ooh, there's lots of them over here. The chicks are cute. Okay, so now we need more grain. I don't think we've figured out where the grain is. I think we got it from that chest from earlier. I don't think we figured out where it comes from yet. I'm curious if that's a bird thing. Nope. Upon closer inspection, this mountain of hay appears to have been deliberately woven into an intricate wicker work structure. You carefully pluck a single piece of straw from its center and the whole bundle begins to swirl and unravel till a gaping vortex opens before you. Easy. So now we have passage to here. Okay, so that's clay. Are these all gonna be clay? Do not fuck me up, please. Alright, let's see. Grain. I wonder if it's like a turkey thing. Shears on wheat. Okay. I swear we already did that though. so this wheat can't be sheared. This guy doesn't talk to us. Where the hell is the wheat then? The pumpkins are fucking terrifying. They hurt. And they follow you for quite a while. Alright guys, I gotta get going. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I will be back Friday. It'll be, but like, Phasmo / this. It kind of depends on how many people we get for Phasmo. I'll probably start Phasmo, do some solos to see if people join, and then if not, then we'll swap to this. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time.